Dhammapada verse 116. Yeah. The name is Kulika Sataka. The 1, 2. Today we will do the new chapter. This chapter, the Buddha told about the story how our mind is like doing the good deeds, stay away from the bad deeds. And then there's this chapter they call it evil. Evil it means the mind tend to do the bad thing, right? So and the verse 116, one of that first chapter. So tonight or tomorrow when we have time, I would like you to go online, click it in the Dhammapada Sutra, and then to go for this chapter. Yeah, okay. And so this chapter they talk about I like the word yoga come up like a full couple. A full couple. Right. But in India, I guess until now, it's still existing in society. They divide the social class by 4. The first one, the first one right here. So the second one is right here. And the third one is so much right here. And the fourth one is from here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and here is number 4. And you get 4, then they make up one body. Yeah. The first one is the one they call the Brahmin. The Brahmin. So this one, they are. So their class is very like the upper class, wealthy, and then most of their work is regarding about the brain. Control the administration, something about, but mostly they emphasize on the spiritual one. Yeah. So that's why mostly the Buddha mentioned in his teaching is the Brahman, is regard about the spiritual one. Yeah. Their life is when they were young, they get married, and after they get married, and then they finish their responsibility as a husband and wife and children, and after that they finish. And then about half of their life, and then they put whole entire of their time to invest on their spirit. Yeah. So that's why the upper class they control society by the religious or something regarding about the prayer or spiritual about the mind. Yeah. And then this class is this class right here from here. So have you seen our shoulder, the army? Most of them have really big, really big shoulders.
Padded.
Yeah. So what does that mean? That means they're strong, they can hold the country by the army,
The government?
by the military, yeah.
The government?
Yeah, the government. And you know who this class come from? Buddha. So that's why Buddha was only in the kingdom. Yeah. And then his father was a king, something about that. So this second class, they control the government. businessman.
Business.
Yeah.
Business.
So they make a business. They take care of their life. Most of our life, I would say, is about 70-80% taking care of so much. Right. Yeah. And then, so this class is very big one, the businessman. Yeah. So the first class is the spirit one. Yeah. Spirit one. And the second class is the woman. Yeah. And then this class is businessman. And then this class is the working class. Yeah. And you see, you know the foot from here and down here. From here over here, this is serve. They serve. Yeah, they serve for this, they serve for this, then they serve for this. So this class, people they consider as their slave. Yeah. And then this class is only from here and down here. They consider of them like no brain. They consider of them like you have no position in government. They consider of themselves. They have no right to do the business. And then so they consider of themselves just only working. Working is the people here tell them to do. Yeah. And so that's why in the Buddha temple, it's very predominant in the society, very clearly. Yeah. And so that's why when the Buddha come down, and then he says, Chujsen, do you still remember about how to combine? How is the common of the four class? Yeah. About the blood color. He said, even though we are different,
Class with same blood.
we have the same blood color.
Different skin but the same blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we are different skin,
but
but we have the same blood color, right?
The blood color. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the same.
Our blood is also, everybody has red.
And then Buddha said, even though we are different skin, but we have the same taste of the tear. The tear is, is still
Salty.
Right. So it means, and then the Buddha said, all of us, even though we man, woman, poor, rich, whatever, but we have the same awareness. We call the same nature, the same awakening. That's why the same Buddha. So the Buddha, there is no man or woman. Right. So look like a doctor. There is no man or woman, just a doctor. A teacher, there is no man or woman, just a teacher. Yeah. So, but this is in the temple of the Buddha. But right now, when you go to India, you still see them. Right. One time in 2018, when I was in India, there was a policeman. He worked for this one government, and then the one car they drive carelessly, and then the police stopped this man, and then they open when they see the car, they see the driver license, they realize this person come from this, so they let him go right away. Yeah. And then this person from here, I witnessed that because we traveled together about 15 days. Two of them, four of them. One of them are the driver, bus driver, and one of them assistant. And then we on the bus. Together is about 80 people for two bus, and then four of them entitled of the travel. They sleep only in the car. Yeah, only in the car. Even though we park at there and we sleep inside the building, they cannot step inside the building. I said, no, come in. He said, no, you can't. If in outside at the bus, they have their own food, and then at night they sleep on there. And so that's why they never pass this class. Yeah. So and then this person here, he is the tour guide. He's a businessman. He went inside. So this, that's the society they divide the group like that, but a long time ago. But by the time of the Buddha, he put everything in one sangha. This person in one together. He called a sangha. A sangha is mean the
Community.
sangha.
Isn't it your community?
Pure mind. Yeah, pure mind is the meaning of the sangha. Pure mind. So of them is, accumulate 10 life by life by life. And one of them got to be finished all in this life.
Because you never know what's going to be next life.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first day, you end up become a monk, and then rest of my life, I don't know how many years, know this, have to do this, have to do this, have to do this. And then that's India, and but careful about this. Some countries, they also based on this well, even though. So when we study the sutta, and then everything is come from this. It's just one word. It's a karma. It's a karma. Yeah. That we are creating ourselves. That's a karma. Karma is the accumulate of what is our habit. And another word is come after the karma is the merit. Yeah, the benefit. The credit. Yeah. So and then let's go back to the one. Could you read the first paragraph until I have won 3 times? Yeah.
Verse 16. One should make haste in doing good deeds. One should restrain one's mind from evil, for the mind of one who is slow in doing good tends to take delight in doing evil. The stories of Kulaka Sataka. While residing at the Chetavana monastery, the Buddha uttered the verse 117 of this book with reference to a Brahmin couple by the name of Kulaka Sataka. There were once a Brahmin couple in Savatthi who had only one outer garment between two of them. Because of this, they were also known as Ikasataka. As they had only one outer garment, both of them could not go out at the same time. So the wife would go to listen to the discourse given by Buddha during the day, and the husband would go at night. One night, as the Brahmin listened to the Buddha, his whole body came to be suffused with delightful satisfaction, and felt so strong desire to offer the outer garment he was wearing to the Buddha. But he realized that if he were to give away the only outer garment he had, there would be none that left for him and his wife. So he wavered and hesitated. Thus, the first and the second watches of the night passed. Came the third watch, and he said to himself, "If I am so miserly and hesitant, I will not be able to avoid falling to the 4 lower worlds, Abhasa. I shall now offer my outer garment to the Buddha." So saying, he placed the piece of cloth at the feet of Buddha and cried out, "I have won 3 times.
King Pasenadi of Kosala, who was among the audience, heard those words and ordered a courier to investigate. Learning about the Brahmin offering to the Buddha, the king commented that the Brahmin had done something which was not easy to do and so should be rewarded. The king ordered his men to give the Brahmin a piece of cloth as a reward for his faith and generosity. The Brahmin offered that piece of cloth also to the Buddha and was rewarded by the king with 2 pieces of cloth. Again, the Brahmin offered the 2 pieces of cloth to the Buddha, and he was rewarded with 4. Thus he offered the Buddha whatever was given to him by the king, and each time the king doubled his reward. When finally the reward came up to 32 pieces of cloth, the Brahmin kept 1 piece of cloth for himself and another for his wife, and offered the remaining 30 pieces to the Buddha.
Then, thinking again, commented that the Brahmin had truly performed a very difficult task, and so must be rewarded fittingly. The king sent a messenger to the palace to bring 2 pieces of velvet cloth, each of which was worth 100,000, and gave them to the Brahmin. The Brahmin made those 2 pieces of valuable cloth into 2 canopies, and kept one in the perfumed chamber where the Buddha slept, and the other in his own house above the place where a bhikkhu was regularly offered alms food. When the king next went to Jetavana monastery to pay homage to the Buddha, he saw the velvet canopy and recognized it as the offering made by the Brahmin, and he was very pleased. This time he made a reward of 7 kinds of in force, sabakatuka, 4 elephants, 4 horses, 4 female slaves, 4 male slaves, 4 errand boys, 4 villages, and 4,000 in cash.
When the bhikkhus heard about this, they asked the Buddha, how is it that, in the case of this Brahman, a good deed done at present bear fruit immediately? To them the Buddha replied, if the Brahman has offered his outer garment in the first watch of the night, he would have been rewarded with 16 of each kind. If he had made his offering during the middle watch, he would have been rewarded with 8 of each kind. Since he had made his offering only during the last watch of the night, he was rewarded with only 2/4 of each kind. So, when one wants to give in charity, one should do so quickly. If one procrastinates, the rewards come slowly and only sparingly. Also, if one is too slow in doing good deeds, one may not be able to do it at all, for the mind tends to take delight in doing evil.
Thank you very much for your reading the long story, the story of the Kuli Kasataka. It means the story of a poor couple. Yeah. So when you read this story, do you have like question regarding I just explained about the 4 class? Right. And so this story after it happened, okay, the Dhammapada usually when occasionally something happens, and then the Buddha based on that the issue is happening, the story, and then make up this one. So that's why they say that it's daily teaching, Dhammapada. So today is study verse 116. The reason we skip from the 110 last time we do, and so we up to 116 because like from 113, 114, 115, it's just repeating, like repeating of 110, repeating of 19, and then some of them is not suitable like for your guys. Yeah, so and then I just choose like some verse that can apply for our daily life. Yeah. So the verse is what should make has is mean hurry, usually something we do to our parents. Like we think, they're there forever, and then we do something, oh, I take care tomorrow, or like tomorrow. And then the Buddha say, if we have dull mind, and then it means like we are not to have desire to do so. Sometimes we do so because like we have to, but it's not from our willing. So something we like it, and then we interacting, and then we do right away. And so if there's some good thing come up, don't wait. Yeah, because we never know how long we live. Yeah. So and then this story is based on the story of a full couple. Yeah. And then they describe a full couple, two of them, they have only one older set, only one. So at the day, the wife go out to the supermarket or the Walmart or anywhere, gas station, or to the Buddha teaching, the husband has to stay home. Yeah. Yeah. And then the wife come back, and then if the husband wants to go out to do some business thing, and then the wife has to stay home. So this means this couple attack their life, they never go out at the same time, even though they are a husband and wife. Very like happiness couple, so they can share, but they never go out. They never go out together because they are only one. Yeah, they wanted of the golden. And then one day, the man he listened to come to the Buddha sermon, and then he sat there and then to listen. And then he understood what the Buddha is talking about in sermon, and then he thought himself, is there something he can offer to the enlightened one? And then, a full couple, we look at, in fact, their family, there's nothing. The only one is like very valuable for them is like right now, on his body. Just like the clothes. And then he thought about that. But he stopped that. Yeah. He thought and he think about how to donate what he has to the Buddha. And then he think of, oh no. If I do that, and then what should I wear? How about my wife and how other things? That's happening in our mind every day. Sometimes we do a good thing, oh no, what happened to, if I do that, what happened? If I do that, something about it. So we always, there's some excuse. And those excuse, they're taking away from our good deed. Yeah. And so the Buddha said, if you see something you think you're able to do, you think you do right away. Yeah, do right away. Yeah, so don't wait until too late. And then for like the first hour, second hour, the third hour, so he made decision. So that's why over there he said he won at the third time. The third time he won. So he won, that means he won his mind. Yeah. So in the Buddha teaching, we can, become a king or soldier to win, 1,000 troops outside, but to win ourselves is difficult, And so, but this man is very strong. He have 2, 3, many clothes, he offer 1 or 2, that's easy. But he only one. And the one is on, and that one is not like belong to him completely. From his wife as well. But to the monk and the nun, the community of the Sangha, it makes less meaning the material compared to the night. So you offering the objective is not valued as the mind you put it there. For example, you come to the monastery, you're offering like a dozen of cake, and then you go there, just show on the table, here, yeah. Well, we accept that though, we eat that, and another person just come bring about just one cake, and then the way they come, they decorate them, they put on the dish, and then they prepare them, and then they really care for them. This cake they make from every single second, and then they put their mindful and everything there, and then they wish everybody can inherit it, can eat it in a healthy way and happy with that. And so that's why her or his, like the only one cake is what they give, dozen of the other one. So that's why our older person, elderly, say giving a less beauty is the way how you give that. Yeah, how you give that. So you might heard this story before in the Buddha time. At night, I don't know how many times, but that one night they have a celebration of lighting candle. At that time, I don't know, a candle or a oil thing. And then that night, lighting the things, celebration, and then make announcement. And then the people, for example, people from Brook, Basel, Oceanside, and then rich people, when they come, big light, put a lot of oil inside, a lot of smell. And then there's one lady, she was a baker. And then at that night, almost afternoon, late, and then she saw on the bulletin board, there's a lighting offering ceremony tonight, for the monastery over there. And at that later of the day, and then she looked it up, and then entire of the day, she stand, on the street asking for every single corn, and then just only about like a quarter, for example. And then she went to the store. She buy the oil to lighting the candle, and then the story, the owner, how can you get the oil only 1 quarter? So she said, okay, if we have $2, you give me like 1 cup. Well, I have 1, quarter. Just give me some drop. So that's why the story
something good that you want to do, that you should act on it right away.
Okay. And then what happened is, okay, something is good, like in your ability, but something is like it go beyond of your ability. How you deal with that?
You just pray for them.
Anything. Yeah.
Send merit.
Yeah. We can do anything that like make connection.
Or we can ask others to support.
Yeah.
In case we can do it, we can tell others people.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we do anything for to let our mind the sacrifice that. So, okay. And to do nowadays in our society, you see some people they very wealthy, super wealthy, but they don't have their relative around. Sometimes they're very lonely, sometimes only one single man. No partner, no husband, no wife, no children. And then no people to care with that. Even though no brother and sister as well. And their parent is gone. And then they are very popular, they're very wealthy. Why? Yeah. You know why? I mean,
Like even like when in the past life when they did good deed or merit, they didn't ask or invite other people
yes,
to come join
definitely.
her. Or just kind of like do it by
Do it by
by
themselves.
themselves,
Yeah,
not telling anyone.
that's true. That's the same. That's what I said. We do the good deed, like a good thing, and then we keep very secret. We do only by ourselves. Don't let your people interfere. For example, like this temple. So that's why in this temple, my master and now we continue to do the same. If one person come offering completely, my master don't worry. A part of my income can cover everything. You just may say your hand doing, the study, care about the teaching, everything. Just don't worry about the construction. I take care of everything. Just only one. Usually we don't do that. Yeah. And then which is good though. Good for we don't have to worry about step by step. But in the long run, in the long run, this temple is not many people come. Just only that person come or his family come. Yeah. So so the temple look like a community. Community, not a single member. Community have to be many different members. Some member, different like characteristics. So that make from society, they make from the community, they make from a temple. A temple or a monastery is just a part of the society. It can make up only one. Yeah. And even though I received many mail, and then in that mail only one dollar. Yeah, and from all the way from the other state. Yeah, and then we put that one in. We deposit in the account officially. Yeah, and so it means we receive the people are not we receive the people the material, and so and then. right now, you together with them, and then they come back together in the gratitude. Yeah. And then what happens is you just have the other people do it, you don't do it. You just, hey, you know, the temple did that, so please come to the temple, have them. And then you just, you know, you don't do it. Which is good though. When you come back, around you, there's many, you know, brother, sister, even though, you know, your relative very wealthy, but you very poor.
How about you tell them and they don't want to do it?
Yeah, well, it's okay. Yeah, no, they might come back to see you because you tell them, but they might come back to see you. They always in your help. But you know, they steal your life. They steal your life. But
okay.
they will have to be the other way.
But they want to get your help.
Yeah. Well,
That's okay, I guess.
At least we help them.
Right? Yeah.
Well, the third one, you know what happened? You see something like that, but you don't do that, and you tell the other people, don't ever do that. So next time, when it comes out, you're really poor, and then surround you, there's nobody happy, no happy. Yeah. So and then the first one is when you do that, and then you tell the other people do that together. So there's four different things. Okay, so this story is long, but when you read this story, there's a reminder about very challenging for a poor couple. They win themselves, they win their greed, you know, they win their desire. Usually we have enough clothes, enough like material, and then we okay to share the other. But what happens if we have only one? It's very difficult, you know. We have only one cake, and then we start every day. We have only one cake, and then you know it's so difficult to give that cake to the other when they need it. Yeah. So, but this poor couple, they did that. So that's why when they did that, you know what happened? And then the outcome will come right away. When you read the story, the king of the
Christians are endless. I vow to eradicate them all.
The Dharma doors are uncountable. I vow to study them all. The Buddha way is unexcelled. I vow to attain it. I vow that merit and virtue will go everywhere and reach everyone, so that all of us, all living beings, will realize the Buddha way.
Thank you very much. So next Wednesday we will be here, and then the week of after that, the Wednesday of like 11, we don't have class. That day I have to go to the San Jose for the retreat. So we will see next Wednesday. And then what day is Wednesday?
What day what day are you gone?
Next week we still have class, but after that we don't have
We're
it.
going to go on September 11th. Excuse me.
11. We don't
June.
have class on 11.
June 11th.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in 11 we go to San Jose for the retreat over there. Yearly renewal. And then on the schedule, we put it back on June 21. June 21st. We have one day retreat.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, on the 28th.
28.
We're supposed to have on 28.
Yeah.
But 28 is the retreat for the monk and nun here.
Oh,
So that's why we put it back in 1 week.
June 21st.
21st?
Now we put it, excuse me, June 21st.
Okay.